All right, it's morning of day 2, about 5:30 a.m. We're going back in the same spot we went yesterday morning, but taking a easier path that we discovered. We're gonna go ahead and hike in about half a mile before first light, where we think it's near where a bedding area is. At first light, we'll then just slowly make our way in through there like a herd of cows, and then make our way all the way back up to where we saw that nice bull last night. So we'll see what happens.
It's on today. We have Pepe Le Pew hunting with us. Getting everybody all painted up. Fixing to make our move. See what we can do. The morning ascent is on. Moving up to the bedding area. We got the 2 mountain goats ahead of us.
That's fresh.
Having our mid-morning breakfast, stop in the mountain because none of us wanted to move quick enough to want to eat breakfast at the house. So found us a nice little shady grove to hang out in. And we're all spread out. Doing the oatmeal thing. Whenever you're ready. He's down there. that tree that's broken in half, that big one? You see that brown blob behind it? Okay, don't move, he's looking. You see him, he's standing there still. He's 40 yards from Drew. Drew, he's still standing there, I can see. I can see. I can see. I can't see his head. I can see. Hey, hey, he's looking at us. Don't move. Drew, you see that big tree that's broken in half that makes an A? He's right behind that, about 20 yards. You can see the light brown and then a dark brown on there. Get your bow in front of you because if they come out right there, they're going to see you. I don't see you anymore. The wind's blowing down. All right, day two morning recap. Went out this morning up a little trail we've nicknamed Wheelbarrow Road because there's a wheelbarrow laying on the side of the trail for some reason. Worked our way up the mountain, pushed in about I don't know, not quite a half mile before daylight, so we were kind of in a better area to make a play on something if it was in the area. Daylight rolls around, we take off, and we're moving our way up, not really hearing anything, not seeing anything. Plan is to push all the way up to the top to where we found the bull yesterday, see if maybe he's still there and we can do something with him.
And he wasn't.
He was not there. Yeah, he ended up not being there. We, Colin and I were kind of lagging back a little bit, taking our time getting up the trail. His legs were pretty tired from yesterday's hike. And Tyler, Drew, and Kessler were on up ahead of us. And we stopped, and Colin and I are standing in the meadow type area. And I made a joke that, watch, now that it's just us back here, we're going to end up having an elk walk out in between us. Well, sure enough, within 15 or 20 seconds of me saying that, we hear something off to our left, hear a big crash, and then we can just hear something tearing through the woods. You can hear antlers hitting trees and everything else, and Colin sees a bull probably 40 yards at the most from us running up a drain. As soon as it settles down from him taking up that drain, less than a minute down behind us, around 75 yards or so, we have a bear start growling and making noise down there. So it was a little intense there for a moment. Kessler had worked back down when they heard the noise and asked what was going on. We filled them in, we moved up, made some calls, see if we could pull it back out, but it didn't happen. So we start making our way back up the trail to the top to see if we can find the bull from yesterday. And we spot a cow, a lone cow, probably the same one that we saw yesterday, but she's out feeding on this hillside and it's just thick. And we really couldn't find a way to get to her. Spent some time wandering around, seeing if we could find a trail. Couldn't. So we left her alone and worked our way back up to see if the bull from yesterday was still in the area, but unfortunately he wasn't. We came back down the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
And found a nice little grove and stopped and had some breakfast and hung out for a little while. tried to weigh our options on what we could do and look for another trail to get down to get to some elk, but it was just too thick, so we pulled out. Not sure if we're going to hunt this evening or not, but tomorrow morning we're planning on going really deep. So we may stay at the camp tonight, just get a good night's rest, have a good meal, let our muscles kind of recharge from 2 days of pounding the mountain, and take off in the back early and try to beat everybody that we can. There's a lot of pressure here. There are several groups with horses, so we think they're all the way in the back, about 9 miles. So we'll kind of be the halfway point in between them, hunting the finger of the big east drainage, and we'll see what happens. So stay tuned, and we'll keep you updated.
Deuces.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the highlights from day 2 of our elk hunting video. And one thing that you didn't see in there is how we got to start off that day. We got out into the woods a good 45 minutes before first light, and man, we looked up. It was just a beautiful morning, crisp air. You know, your breath is turning into smoke, and we look up, and the sky is just the most incredible blanket of stars ever. And it was a Sunday morning, and I just told the guys, I said, look, you're with the pastor. We got some time on a Sunday morning, so let's look at God's word. And so we opened up on the side of the mountain to Psalm 19, which is just such an incredible psalm, because it starts off by talking about how the heavens are declaring the glory of God, and the sky is proclaiming his handiwork. And then the psalm goes on to recount both the glory of God that is seen through creation, and then the goodness of God's word that leads us into experiencing the abundant life. And then it points us to redemption through the bridegroom that is Jesus Christ. And then at the end it says, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be pleasing in your sight, O God. And it was just a wonderful time where we got to see creation, not just for the beauty of creation's sake, but as a beam that led us to consider God's glory and his goodness in our life, to be reminded that it's not by our wisdom that we find what we're looking for in life, but with the abundant life that we find, for the satisfaction of our souls, for our peace, for our joy, for harmony in our relationships, all comes from walking in glad submission to God's good word to us. And so it was a great time. It was really fun that we got to do that in the setting that we got to do it in together on this hunt and day 2. And it was a great time. And we had such a good time on the trip. We're excited for the upcoming day highlight videos that you're going to get to see. And above all else, as we go through this, we hope that through our adventure, that you see that we're not just in the woods to be in the woods. We're in the woods to enjoy each other, but most importantly, as a means of immersing ourselves in God's creation to the great enjoyment of him, which leads to the satisfaction of our souls, the renewal of our spirit, to have a greater joy in all areas of our life. And our prayer is that the same would be for you as you stumble upon these videos, that you see that though we are born to enjoy the wild, so to speak, we're made free to enjoy it, not as escaping to the outdoors as a means in and of itself, but rather as a means of helping us find our refuge and our joy and our peace in the Creator himself. So hope you enjoyed today's video. Look forward to sending out some more here in the near future.